The things that we did in the past are not going to make us successful in the future.
And we have a new culture evolving.
Trying to figure out what it means to be professional itself is hard.
Just coming to class makes them feel more confident as an employee.
Overall, I just feel that I'm happier.
The University at Buffalo is a long-term anchor tenant for the future of this region. Our greatest resource, absolutely, is the people who work here, the people who are UB. And so we have put in place a number of initiatives which are around developing the individuals who work at the university to make their professional as well as their personal lives better and more satisfying. The more we succeed at making an environment where people can achieve personal as well as institutional excellence, the more we push that agenda of being a great university.
I think what's was missing in my life was a balance. The job is sort of stressful, I think, as all our jobs are. And there are mornings when I'm struggling with something and have no clue as how I'm going to get through this. But the minute I go and walk in the Alumni Arena, I come back and my head is clear. I go back and I have a different perspective. I can sit there in the afternoon or pick up and say, oh, okay, it's right in front of me.
Well, I'm a new professional. I'm in my first year here at UB, working on a staff of 16 people in a department as big as Res Life. There are a lot of conflicts that arise. I used to hate conflict. I used to try to avoid it at all costs. It just was uncomfortable for me, and I was the kind of person where if someone didn't like me or there was that conflict, I really took it personally. I think the most beneficial part of the sessions, besides the information, was getting to interact with people outside of Res Life, from the different sectors of the school, hearing their issues, hearing how they approach problems, how they supervise their staff. I think in general, I've just seen myself change since taking that class, and I think they're great changes.
It's helped me to realize kind of a subset of skills that I didn't know I had. I've advised several search committees in the past year about how to use that. It's given me added confidence.
I speak to many different audiences. What comes with that is different characters, different personalities. I would go to the meetings, I did my job well, so I thought. Many of the classes I took were how to persuade others, managing conflict in the workplace. Communication is key. I use it every day, personal and business. So I would say about 3 months afterwards, I started looking at my contact list, and they actually started increasing. Within a 4-month period, they increased by 110. I was told that I seemed more empathetic because I was listening a little more, and so I guess I opened the door for them to contact me. So I did see a change.
The classes have made me a better manager. They really taught me to think of my team in much more of a collaborative sense.
We're going to have, so many more students, so many more professors, so much more volume. We have to be able to handle that volume with less people than we have. We began with a plan, Scott and I, as far as what we were going to do.
He identified with us where the areas of low productivity were, and then made an aggressive move to close those by tapping into the catalog of programs that we had.
These are the programs and things we see you need to do heading into the future, and we are providing this training for you to do that. What's the most important thing you can invest in? Yourself, in education. And they're giving us the opportunity to do that.
One of the things I've noticed since our group has been engaged in professional development as a team, a lot of the little things they may have been bogged down with are going away. Everybody's rowing the boat in the same direction.
Communication class alone was a real eye-opener. It helps you to learn to approach people in a different way, in the right way, to get information that you need, to get the help that you need.
Clearly, I can see a difference in the way in which she's organizing and managing her own work.
I end up doing more, creating more, being more effective.
You understand not just the people you work with, but the people you interact with on a daily basis far better. That will definitely affect the bottom line.
I thought maybe it really did something for me because now like I feel more confident about myself. I feel like I can do things, I can do more things, and I can do things beyond what, you know, my own brains. I thrive. I love to go to work every night. I'm there every night. I'm on time. If not, I'm a half hour to an hour early.
Attendance in programs isn't ever the goal. The goal is what you do when you come back from training. How do you engage your colleagues differently? How do you engage your work differently? That's what we're really after.
One of the mistakes that many make, including some of our political leadership, both in this state and in Washington, is to think only in the short term. And the fact that we have budgetary difficulties today doesn't obscure the fact that as a university we have to think long term and build strategically for our future. We simply can't push that agenda of being a great university unless we have a great campus community. Investing in our people is one way to help ensure that. What we've done is not just something which is satisfied internally, it's been recognized in Business First by the Chronicle of Higher Education, by the Society of College and University HR Professionals, that what we're doing is the right thing.
If I look back to when I came 4 years ago, it's like night and day.
I'm changing views about the University of Buffalo because we're changing our methods.
I feel confident in that I'm ready for whatever path I take in the future.
And it really gave me some great tools.
This really creates a much more effective and efficient way forward for us to get there and to deliver for the university.
It's a new beginning. Life is going to start now for us.
They're creating an atmosphere where you enjoy coming to work, you know, and you have hope.
This is the best place I've ever worked. It's a wonderful place to be and a good time to be there.
Our greatest resource, absolutely, is the people who work here, the people who are UB.